Now, I'm going to give you a note. You might hear me say this again. The board can do a lot for members, but they have to be members. Okay. The board can do a lot for its members, but they have to be members. You say do a lot. What does that mean? Well, through our assistance program, there's a clergy wellness support, which you see on the screen, a respite and vocational support up to $5,000 for program and travel fees for persons to attend events around wellness. The eligibility for that, persons enrolled in pastor's participation, as well as minister's choice. Okay, if the effective salary is less than $80,000 per year, excluding man's, you qualify for it. And that is important because as we are looking to how do we provide a place and a space for clergy to renew themselves, we have educational debt relief. And as you see on the screen, up to 150 grants in 2023, $5,000 per year, up to 5 years. So if you're speaking to a pastor who says, wow, I'm just inundated with seminary grant, with undergrad that led towards seminary or anything that relates to that, this is debt for a national student loan lender that the Board of Pensions provides that. So there may be a church that says, wow, we can't really afford to pay the pastor a $5,000 increase. But if you enroll this pastor into the Board of Pensions, then they can apply for this education debt relief. What's the eligibility? Employed at least 20 hours per week. Medical plan enrollment for at least 6 months. And again, salary does not exceed $80,000. And so we're saying again is that if you are enrolled, there are certain benefits to which you can take advantage of. Members, ministers, and retirees, a total of $6,500 to assist with adoptions. Emergency assistance. And I say this with emphasis because sometimes people are saying, well, I did not know that I could get help for a bill that was unexpected, be it medical, be it home expense. During the hurricanes last fall, there were so many applications and so many grants given that it was a part of the board's mission, emergency assistance. This comes in the form of even if someone says my car broke down, I don't have the $3,000-$4,000 to replace the engine. Well, that's an emergency. Well, you make the application, and this can be a way. So anybody who is enrolled, again, we're not talking ministers only, we're talking ministers, lay. If you are enrolled in the board program, you are eligible for these kinds of assistance programs. Retiree medical grants, transition to college. And this is so important because now with the new eligibility on that is that retired members and surviving spouse receiving a pension benefit who can get the transferred, I mean the college transfer if you are retired or if you are the spouse receiving a pension benefit and someone needs to transition to college assistance, yes, up to $3,000, and that is a significant amount of money. Minister debt relief, again, if you're under that threshold of $80,000, you can apply. Minister debt, it simply means that whatever the debt may be, because we believe that a minister who is inundated with phone calls from MasterCard and Visa, American Express and Macy's or whoever else that you have an affinity for, Best Buy, it's hard for you to do Bible study when you are dodging the phones from the 800 numbers. And it's just one of those life kind of challenges. So the board has a grant program that helps you, one, understand what debt is, understand how to become more of a manager of your money, to be put on a budget. And you can apply for a grant up to $10,000. Educational debt assistance, we talked about that, 5 years at $5,000, a total of $25,000. And again, the sabbatical support. And sabbatical support is very important because it allows you that is a grant has been increased to $5,000. So if you are a member, did I say that earlier? If you are a member of the board, there are many resources that the board can provide for you. You mentioned the emergency assistance, transition to college, those particular programs from the board. Now, we will have some time for question and answer. Let me pause right there that we can talk about the assistance program, and then I can also talk about the dues and incentives. But any questions on the assistance program at this time?
How can clergy or members find out more information or find applications for these programs?
Thank you. Thank you. You can go to pensions.org. That's where I would recommend to start there. And each region, from coast to coast, from Maine to Miami, from Seattle to San Diego, and all points in between, there is a regional representative. And simply call them. They would love to have these conversations with you. The assistance program, we have a director by the name of Ruth Adams. She can be contacted again at the 800 pension number to speak specifically about those. But your regional rep has that information. So thank you. Good question. And one that we always try to go back to. We have persons that are literally waiting for your call. And hopefully they can assist you with that. And please let them know that Jerry Cannon said call. We are standing by ready to help.